Welcome to the studio at One to One Golf. Today we're going to go over the effects of a strong and weak grip. It's very easy to overlook that grip when you're trying to make that change, trying to get that more consistency in that swing, and you've just missed out the basic fundamental that the grip is in the wrong position, which is then causing the swing to be out of place. So you've got one fault being then corrected by another fault. So the three main positions that tend to be in the wrong position that I find over coaching over the years is the strong right hand, weak right hand, and weak left hand. That's if you're a right-handed golfer. So I'll show you those three positions and what effect they have on the golf shot. So this is our grip in the correct position. So the best way to try and make an adjustment to the grip or see if your grip is in the right position is just get a mirror face on, and it's easier to see then. Looking down on the grip is very difficult to see where the V's are pointing. So that's our standard grip. So we've got our two V's pointing between the chin and our right shoulder. Right, our first position, very easily overlooked, is our weak left hand, our top hand, when it's just not quite, the hand's just not quite on enough, it's not quite properly over the top of the grip. So you've got the thumb, it gives you the impression it's in the right position, but then the V there, as you can see, is now pointing between our chin and our left shoulder. So that tends to then make the hand, our non-dominant hand, potentially in a very weak position when we want that to be dominant. So then we go back to our normal grip, and then it's very easy to see this one. So then we've got our strong right hand, and suddenly we've put our two most powerful digits in pole position, and they will dominate the whole shot. Unfortunately not in a good way, so our V is now pointing below our elbow. Our next one is the right hand in a very weak position, which is then potentially counteracting that over the top. So you've got one fault being fixed by another fault. This hand will be desperate to get back to that position. In the process of that, it will open the club face. Right, I hit some shots down there, and you can see the effects of all these positions. So our first position is on a weak left hand, which is really easily overlooked. So that's when you've got that hand on, where it gives you the impression you've done it, where you've got the thumb on the right leading edge, but then you haven't put the hand totally in the right position, so the V is pointing more between your chin and your left shoulder. So that can have a massive effect on the shot. So when you're swinging back and through, generally that hand will collapse a little bit, and the back of the hand will be then facing towards you, which then shuts that club face, which then as you come down, you've got to try and rescue that shot, which then can cause a numerous number of shots. So it's very easy then for the right hand to take total dominance of that shot. So as you come through, you're very much hitting it one-handed, so you don't quite get that extension through with that left hand. You've then got to come over the top. It causes quite a few problems that you've got to then adjust for, just purely for the sake of getting that left hand more over the top to get that V pointing between your chin and your right shoulder. It will then give that, potentially that non-dominant side, more chance to rotate through that shot, to then extend through that shot and get a squarer club face at the top. So that is a massive effect, that one. So keep an eye on that top hand. If you get the top hand correct, there's a good chance you'll get the bottom hand correct as well. Now our strong right hand, this is where you've put the V pointing at your elbow. So you put the most powerful digits in pole position, the thumb and the forefinger. They're going to take total control of that shot. So they're either going to flip the club over or push it down there, scoop underneath, top it. The club face will generally be shut on the way back. So you've got loads of different shots you can hit with this one. So if the hand rotates over to its normal position as you swing back and come through, you're going to get a big old hook on it, so a massive banana on it. And that's potentially obviously miles left of the target. So then you're going to try and adjust for that shot. The target awareness will kick in, but you won't necessarily adjust the grip, so you won't. Then we suddenly got one fault trying to fix another fault. So you've got your strong right hand, you've just snap hooked one down there, say out of bounds, and the next one you're going to try and correct for, which you then got to try and scoop underneath the ball to hold it off. Which sometimes you can achieve that, no problem at all. Just depends how good your timing is on that day, depends how good you're feeling, but that can cause you to top it, hit a high weak shot, so it doesn't actually get to the holes, and then it causes you to hit it harder. So it's a massive knock-on effect. But it can. So the main one will be that you then suddenly swing through, and then you'll then top it. So you're trying to hold off on that left shot. It'll feel quite awkward. It'll feel quite laboured. So that strong right hand, which is the hardest one to correct, moving from a weak to a stronger position isn't too bad. From a strong position to a weaker position feels extremely difficult, but it's definitely worth persevering to try and make that change. Our weak right hand, so when that right hand's over the top, so you can see too many knuckles on the right hand, is very common. If you tend to slice or pull the ball, and come over the top of the shot, that's your setting where you're trying to correct it. So, and again, another fault sitting on top of another fault coming in and such. So one fault correcting another fault. So it's very easy to suddenly look at your grip and think, oh crikey, that right hand's quite weak, but just check it out before you get too stuck into it. So the main effect a weak right hand will have is to open the club face on the way back. It will open it massively on the way back. So if you are hitting a big old cut down there, so it's just spinning right off to the target, then check that grip out. That's the same as your weak left hand, your weak right hand. It'll feel quite strange to begin with. So it'll feel, if you move from the weak position to the strong position, so the hand will feel a lot more sat underneath. Any movement of the grip will feel funny. You also then have to put the swing in place with that grip change. So if you change the grip, you've got to change the swing to go in sync with it, and the club face will feel different as you swing it around your body. The manoeuvring of the club face will be different because you change the position of your hands. So they need to be synced up. So when you do take on that grip change, be aware there's going to be a repercussion on other movements in the golf swing. But in long term, if you persevere and get that grip correct, you will then build a good swing around a very good foundation. Any questions or comments, send them through, give us a good thumbs up, press that subscribe button, and I'll see you soon.